what better than a chance to celebrate with the heroes themselves, the Premier League winners. I've got two of them for you, and not just any two-star players. We've got Joe Gomez and we've got James Milner, both at the club for 5 seasons now. We've got a Londoner and a Yorkshireman, and we've got 2 winners here. And they're joining me right now from Merseyside. Guys, great to have you with us. James, Joe, great to have you here, because, of course, this year has seen a Champions League win, a Club World Cup, a Super Cup, and now a Premier League win. You are Premier League champions. How does it feel? James, lead us off. How does it feel to be a Premier League winner again?
Yeah, incredible. I think the journey we've been on, like I said, me and Joe have been there 5 years, and just being part of that transition. Obviously going close last year and not getting the job done. So to come back this year even stronger. We know how much this was needed and wanted by the fans. You know, that they've been desperate for it so long. So to be able to be part of the team that delivered that after all this time is incredible. And you can see how much it means to people. You know, videos driving through the city, the flags. Yeah, it's incredible to get out the line.
Thanks very much, James. Lovely shirt, by the way, and I think the fans are going to be really excited about seeing that one. Joe, just quite simply, has it sunk in yet? You know, saying things like, "Oh, I'm a Premier League winner."
Yeah, it's definitely a bit surreal. I think, obviously, with the nature of what went on in the world, we had to have that break over a few months that left us sort of eagerly anticipating getting back to it and actually officially getting over the line. But yeah, I mean, since then, obviously, we've had a little while to let it sink in. But I mean, it's one of those achievements, I suppose, that it's been so long awaited that I think it will take time to properly sink in. But I mean, at the same time, we won't want to dwell on it, and the gap's obviously shorter this year in between this season and next. So it'll be about going again as quickly as possible, really.
The other thing as well, James, is that you know, you two got a lot in common in terms of your versatility and what have you, but there are a few years between you. I think that's fair to say in terms of age, but that means that you've had the experience, haven't you, and the experience of winning before. Do you have a sense of just how special Liverpool's achievement this season was in terms of the way that you hit the front and you never really looked back? I mean, it was incredible how dominant you were, right?
I think how the disappointment we had last year, and it would have been easy to have a slow start, or, you know, how many points do we need to get to win the title. So for us to be able to start like we did and like you say, never look back, it says a lot about the mentality within the group. You know, everyone always says how difficult it is to win a game in the Premier League, but it's true. Home and away, you get tested in different conditions, different styles of teams. You've got to go through suspensions, injuries. So you need to do it as a squad, and you have all those ups and downs. And the best team always wins the league, no matter what. And that's why it's so difficult to win. And when you've accumulated the number of points that we have done over the last 2 years, that's special and shows the quality in the squad, but also the togetherness and the mentality as well.
Joe, tell me this, from your perspective, from within the dressing room, could you put your finger on what it was that made you just keep going, that just going again and again and again and picking up results, particularly during that amazing winning run?
I think it's a number of factors. I think probably some of it comes down to the experience of last year. I think the likes of Millie, Hendo and the leaders in the team, I think there were definitely moments in the season where they took it upon themselves to organise what it may be that's needed for us to speak as a group and assess. Even if we got the points, just sort of using the experience, obviously, that Midi has and what we had from last season to sort of preempt any hiccups or lapses where we might not be at it and we need the 3 points. So I think, yeah, obviously it's a big points tally and same as last year, but that being said, it's difficult to win week in, week out, but I suppose that's the standard being set, obviously, by the rivals in the league. But yeah, I think it was a number of factors, but the experience within the team is definitely a big factor.
James, you've been fortunate to play with some fantastic players, and in particular in your Liverpool time, but everyone keeps coming back to the manager. He'd experienced winning before, just as you'd experienced winning a league before. Tell us what Jurgen brought to this season, particularly with the near miss last season. What kind of man management in particular did you see that you think made a difference?
I think just what he does from the top all the way through the club from the first day he's been there, and what he's instilled in us, the standard he sets. He's very good at preparing us for games and the situation around games. If there's anything that may become an excuse or anything that he thinks may be a problem, he's very good at putting that point across and nipping it in the bud before it even happens. He's one of the rare managers, really, is what you see is what you get. You know, what he looks like in front of the cameras and the personality he has. You know, you see it sometimes in managers and it's one way in front of the cameras and it's another with the players. But, you know, there aren't too many like him where he's exactly the same with us, and he's very good at putting his arm around players and be the friends, but he's also very good at giving an absolute rocket and giving you a kick up the behind as well. And I think over time with the squad and realising what a great bunch of players he's got, you know, in terms of attitude and the group that him and the club have put together in, I think that maybe gave him a bit more trust to trust the players a bit more. And maybe it was really hard at the start, and maybe he's off a bit at times and know that he can trust the players that they will deliver, and whatever he says, he can trust them to do that. If he gives the players a day off, he'll know that they'll be looking after themselves and doing the right things.
I could do this all day. I could ask the guys questions, but as I said all along, this is your show. This is the fan show. It's your chance to celebrate, and we've given you an opportunity to ask these players questions. We asked one or two fans around the region to send in questions. We've selected what we think are the best of them. And actually, James, I'm going to stick with you for the first one. Here it comes, a question from an Asian fan.
Hello, I'm Punchum. I've been a Liverpool fan for 26 years. It seems that this year has been a particularly challenging year with the introduction of VAR and then the global shutdown. Despite this, the team are almost 20 points clear at the top of the league. The phrase mentality monsters has been thrown around a lot. Where does the mentality come from, and do you use any particular techniques to help strengthen it?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately it starts with the manager. Like I said before, what he instills in us always demands the best, and then that filters down to the players. And like I said before, the honest group we have, and anybody's not on the game, no matter who it is, whether it's the youngest player in the squad or the oldest, they get told that they're not at the races, and everyone's always pushing each other all the time, and that's so important. And that's why it's a special team. I think you see when things aren't going well for us, we stick together, we keep going to the death, and that's another challenge again for us next season. Really, we've proven that we can come back from disappointments. We've lost European finals and come back and done better. We've gone close to winning the league and come back and gone again. Can we deal with success now? We've had a successful 12 months. That's a different mentality again to keep going and push again, and that's a big challenge for us next season.
Thanks, James. Let's get to another one. A question for Joe coming here from Dan.
After all your injury problems throughout your Liverpool career, what does it mean to you to have played a significant role in the club's first league title in 30 years?
It's meant a great deal for me. Obviously, seeing the lads get so close in the Champions League last year and the year before, and then last year sort of having a bit part campaign, I think it was a personal challenge that obviously I wanted to play my part, and things have come at difficult times for me, and just on the cusp of being a part of big games and so on. So, yeah, for me, I mean, I knew it wasn't more so a case of my preparation. I think some of the natures of the injuries have just been bad luck and impact. So, just to play my part and be a part of such a successful campaign was special, and yeah, I'm grateful to be part of such a good group.
All right, now something a little bit different. We've got a father and son Liverpool supporting team with a question.
Hello, my name is Michael. I've been a Liverpool fan for 22 years, and this is my dad.
Hi, I'm Lionel. I've been a Liverpool fan for close to 30 over years. This question's for Milner. How do you keep so fit, Milner?
I think we're very lucky, the support we have in the club, you know, the nutritionists, the sports scientists. You know, I try and push myself as hard as I can, and I've got the younger guys pushing even harder, and that keeps you going, and you're trying to keep up with them. So you always want to prove, you know, pre-season, and it was always from being young, you want to do the best you can and get that fitness, and it's the same now. Obviously, I'm not getting any younger, unfortunately, but hopefully I can stay as fit as possible as long as I can, and that comes down to hard work and keep pushing yourself, really.
We're just about done for time right now. We really appreciate you making the time to join us for this special show. Many congratulations on being Premier League champions, and we look forward to seeing you in action again next season. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.